Hello and welcome to NSK's PV Power Hour, brought to you by NewSchoolCotton.com. My name is Yoshi. This is for August 27th, 2016. Another two-man show tonight. Joined with me, as always, my trusty friend here, always putting in the work. First guy in, last one out. Charlie Draco Cowden, what's up, man?
I'm not gonna be here next week.
Yeah, that's right. You're Mr. Old Mr. Reliable. Not gonna be here next week. You're gonna go do some fishing, right?
Yep, yep.
That
I'm
sounds like
going
fun.
fishing.
Yeah. For Labor Day weekend. So yeah, it'll probably be like me and Chase or something next weekend. So keep an eye out for that. But before we get to next weekend, we got some things to tend to, such as talking about Tsubaki Factory.
Sunku ass songs.
This song is Tsunku as fuck, and I checked, it is totally Tsunku,
Yeah.
written and composed. So this song is your typical Tsunku synth pop, if you
And
will.
what's the name of it?
It is Hitori Jime, so it's keeping you all to myself is what they have translated it to. In this context, that is the case. The whole song is about, the girl who's in love with a guy. She wants the boy all to herself, and that's outlined in the PV because towards the end, one of the members passes out a note that says, "Hey, meet me at blah 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 after school," and they'll meet after school and they all hug it out, because like you were victorious in this war of love, so respect, mad props. They hug it out and they're like, okay, we're friends. We're still friends, We might like the same dude and you might be dating him now, but we're still friends.
Right.
Kind of
Sure.
awkward,
Yeah.
but whatever. So
Just a little
that's
awkward.
a little bit awkward. So that's the concept of the song. The song is, like I said, your typical Tsinku synth pop, but it's more on the somber side, as the theme would suggest.
Yeah, this is
So
more something I would expect from like Anger Me than Morning Musume, or I guess Cute does some of this stuff too. But
yeah, but like Morning Musume does like somber music, but it's not necessarily like this romantic,
yeah,
I'm heartbroken kind of songs. More it's more so like, like Final Vision, Last Vision, stuff like
yeah,
that. Doesn't really seem like a I'm sad because my heart is broken because my friend, won the guy or whatever.
yeah,
That song is just somber because Sashi Riho's leaving or whatever. This
yeah,
song is just melancholy, like teenage angst, emo.
yeah. That sounds about right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but the song isn't really super super catchy. I think it has its moments, but I think it's just so somber and like and sad that I just really can't get into it.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. It's I kind of realized, or at least I think I realized something tonight with Sunku songs is that he tends to focus more on vocal melodies than instrumental melodies.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Um,
can see that.
the opening, I can't remember if it was the opening to this song or one of the others, but seems to have a really strong hook, and then it just kind of fades out throughout the rest of the song. But the
Yeah.
vocal melodies step in to replace it,
Hmm.
which
Okay.
I prefer vocal melodies and to
Well, yeah,
instrumentals
of course.
most of
Yeah.
the time, so
Yeah.
it works for me.
Interesting. It just yeah, like you said, instrumentals are kind of lackluster, but also at the same time, I feel like the vocal melodies aren't all that strong either. It's not really, really catchy.
Well, no, because it's almost not quite, but it's almost a like ballad type
Yeah, it's like
melody
bordering
to it.
on ballad, like straight
Yeah,
up ballad. Yeah. So I'm
so
not sure. I'm not really into Tsunku's stuff when he does it. I really like Tsunku's energy stuff, when it's like really in your face. I'm not really into the softer stuff that he does. So,
yeah,
my preferences of that nature.
Yeah. No, like I said, it works for me. It's not great, but it does work for me.
Okay. The PV, it's shot in a house studio looking place.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a office building,
Yeah, it looks nice.
maybe.
It looks very Western. Um, a lot of bloominess going on. The outside shots are all pretty much white and not great.
The I want to call it library shots because it looks like a bookcase behind them, but I
Hmm.
can't really be sure because it's so blurry you can't see anything.
Right.
Are very Japan filtered.
Yeah, it's not good. Even like the
Uh,
dance performance shot is sort of faded out too, so it's not great.
yeah, lots of comic book style uh, cuts in this one. Panels.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of action going on, even in the story aspects of it.
No, that's why it's sort of like hard to follow. Like, what was there really a storyline? And until you read the note, I read the note and I said, "Oh, it makes sense. It makes sense with the song. You know, the song implies, I'm keeping you all to myself." And the letter the girl hands out is like, "Hey, I got to talk to you guys about something." And it makes
Yeah,
sense at the end. But throughout the whole PV, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't seem like there is a guy involved and there's some tension between all the members because there's some sort of love romance triangular romance situations going on. Well, it's more than a triangle.
yeah, because there's actually not. Is there any shot of a guy in this?
I don't think so. That's why I didn't think there was a story. If there was a guy's you know back shot. He's just walking away from someone or walking towards someone. You just see him for like one split second at the end or something. Then it would like kind of tie it all together. But like, you really don't see a narrative in this PV.
Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I didn't put too much thought into the whole concept of the song,
Yeah.
so
So yeah, it's not all that interesting for the song or the PV for me.
yeah,
Anything
yeah. I
else?
mean, no, the PV is pretty boring, honestly. Um,
Score it.
I think I'd give the song a 72. It's enjoyable enough, but not quite catchy enough for me to seek it out. The
Right.
PV, I think I give the PV like a 55. It's really boring.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you. I think I'll give the song a 70. I think it has its moments and there are redeeming qualities in terms of melodies, but just not catchy enough. And the PV, I'll give it 60. It's pretty boring. It's shot okay, but the filter makes it even worse. So that's Tsubaki Factory, Hitori Jime. Next up, more Tsubaki Factory, Kabetsu Hakusho Haruhen, the Cabbage Statement Spring version.
So this is or I'm fairly certain this is
It's a
a,
cover.
well, that makes sense too, but it's a Satoyama uh, Saitomi song,
Yeah,
which is country, you know, rural aspects of Japan.
right.
So this song definitely fits with that, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
This is a cover
and
of the song by Peabody. P
okay, yeah,
Peaberry. P Peabody is an award. Peaberry is the unit with Sashriha and Wada Ayaka. They did this song, and this is the cover done by
uh,
Tsubaki.
and was it a cover when it was done by P. Berry?
No, I think that was the original for Satoyama.
Okay,
Yeah, remember they
okay,
did like a bunch of units with like
yeah,
Sato Masaki and Kudo Haruka, and the other one was like Sugaya Risako and Suzuki Airi and Natsuaki Miyabi or something like that. Dolphin Ladies or something. I forgot.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's a couple years back.
I
That song was really good by those three, I think.
I remember the units, but I don't remember who was in them.
Yeah. So I think this is the cover of that one, and yeah, this is a fucking it's a J-pop ballad.
Yep.
It's super soothing and nice sounding and super not hype and unexciting, and yeah, puts me to sleep.
It is very soothing. It's very pleasant to listen to. Um, what's that song they cut to in like the middle of the song?
I don't know. I don't even remember the original, and if this even happened in the original, I really don't.
Because I recognize the song.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
I can't think of the name of it. It's like a classical Japanese song,
Hmm.
if I
Okay.
remember right. Yeah, so it's like taking some folk song and throwing it in the middle of the song.
Yeah, it's a
With
super awkward transition from the original song, which is like, a J-pop ballad, and it goes into the choir vocal only a cappella thing in the middle of the song, which is super awkward.
with like additional vocals from somebody that you never see.
Oh yeah, and it sounds like not the sound that members of Tsubaki Factory could produce by themselves.
Yeah.
Like you
No.
hear like older people,
Yeah.
so it was
Like the grandma in the PB might maybe. I don't know.
maybe whose grandma is that? Like we need to know. I want to know.
Um I mean it's a very pleasant song. It's very well done. It's very well sung,
Hmm.
but it's not exciting
Nope. If you're
in any
into
aspect.
if you're into straightforward Japanese ballads, this is your thing. It's got a decent hook to it, I think. I am the worst judge at this because I don't listen to this kind of music.
But yeah, I'd
So
say it's got a decent hook in it. I mean,
I sort of like come away with the melody, so I guess, but yeah, I don't know.
I find myself swayed to the song as I'm listening to it.
I mean, is that because of how good the song is, or just the mood and the atmosphere that it creates?
No, it's definitely the song.
See, I just sway because these songs make me sway. It's like you have to do this or your neck is gonna just like snap from falling asleep in the middle of it. So you have to balance yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get into music like this. I'd never like ballads like this, so
Yeah, I'm more into power ballads than this.
yeah. I don't like the softer stuff. If we're gonna do ballad, let it be a power ballad. Have some
Um,
energy, some oomph. This is
the
too pleasant.
PV, the PV's shot well.
It's shot well,
It's
but it's got the Instagram sepia filter on it. I'm not a
yeah,
huge fan of that.
it's all shot at a shrine or an old style house or
Yep.
something to that effect.
Yeah,
I'm not
it's definitely
exactly
a
sure.
country ass house.
Yeah, kind of looks like the house from Amachan.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. A lot of like traditional Japanese doors and probably tatamis and shit.
Yeah,
That grandma sort of looks like Miyamoto Karin. So maybe it's Miyamoto Karin's grandma.
maybe.
Am I saying the right name? Am I thinking of the right person? I don't even remember.
Well, Miyamoto Karen's from Juice Juice.
Yes, okay, so that is the right one. I'm thinking of the right one. She looks like Miyamoto Karin. Um, so yeah, they're just like they're literally swaying back and forth in the PV, sitting in,
Yeah,
in the house. So like you kind of go with it, because the song's
yeah.
really pleasant and nice. but that's the extent of the PV. There's no choreography. It's just the member singing into the camera. It's
Yep.
a nice like member focused PV, except for the grandma. So I mean, the grandma's not really involved until like the middle or the latter portions of the PV, so it's not too big of a deal. But
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's boring.
Lots of really good shots of the members,
That's really
but
the only thing I could defend about the PV.
yeah, that's the only real good takeaway from the PV.
Which if you want to argue that that's what idol PV should be, then yeah, I get it. Sure, that's fine.
Uh, Not to this extent.
No, I mean even I can give it points for having nice member shots, but god damn it, when you have the sepia filter and then like not interesting shots in the house, then I'm not gonna be all that involved mentally.
Uh, I should also mention, or we should also mention, that this song just came out, the video, but
Hmm.
the song actually came out like 3 months ago.
But didn't this like release come out like last year? Like Tsubaki Factory's been performing these songs for like a year now or something, and this is the first
Well,
time they've actually released it publicly with a music video.
yeah, well, this says this was on the 2016 518 DVD single,
Hmm.
Tsubaki Factory
Okay,
Sound Plus Vision Volume 1.
right.
So,
This is the first time they put it online.
yeah,
Okay,
this is the
yeah,
first
thank
time
you.
it's been available for us.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, great. After 3 months after the release, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but yeah, here we are.
Um, I have a hard time rating this one because I do enjoy this song. I think I'll give this song a. Um, I enjoy this song more than the last one. I think I'll give this song a 75.
Damn, Mr. Not Ballad.
Uh, I
Damn,
enjoy
dude.
that song. I really do enjoy the song. Um, the PV again, it's like a 55. It's not actually. It might be like a 50 because it's even less interesting than the last one. So
Mm. Yeah, I think this PV is a little less interesting. 55 for the PV for me. The song 65 just it has its moments, but I'm just not a ballad guy. So if you're not into ballads, mm, wouldn't check this out.
I
Next
think
up,
I enjoyed the original too. So
right, right. I think you did. I think I remember you telling me that you did. Next up, more Tsubaki Factory. God damn it.
no,
Kedakaku Saki Hokore.
this one came out last year in
This
December.
one did. Right, right. Yeah. Yeah.
And
December
this is
31st. But this is
this
the
one.
first time they released the video.
This is an anger me song.
Sounds like it, yeah.
Well, the set too. I mean, I've seen this set before, and I can't remember which song it was in.
Right.
And not too long ago did I see this set. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure which one. They
well,
just rotate between Western looking places in these PVs, so.
yeah, this is definitely an anger me set. Um, and it definitely has that anger me feel to the song, except for even the heavy synth at the beginning is pretty.
I really like the heavy synth in this song. I really dig the grimy instrumentals. I think it's got some pop to it. It's got some oomph to it.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking more the auto tune synth on the vocals
Uh,
at the beginning.
you know how I feel about those.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Yep. I just think the instrumentals are really nice, like really nicely done, super interesting. Just I don't not hearing a hook really. And there's a rap after the first chorus, and a dude who wrote the lyrics for the rap is credited. Like, there's literally nothing of note. It's terrible, and he's getting credited.
I guess it was in the contract.
I guess so.
Um, yeah, as Pizza Ghost says, all these songs were on their first DVD single. So
Right.
I guess they've released DVD singles and not CD singles. I don't know.
So far, I guess. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, Draco, and chat viewers, listeners. I'm not impressed. The first three songs I've heard by them, not impressed at all. What are the last two
Um,
groups that have debuted? Okay, Kobushi Factory and Juice Juice, right? The last two new groups that have formed.
and Tsubaki Factory.
Well, this Tsubaki Factory is like the third out of the other two, right?
Yeah,
Because those two came first. Those two groups had explosive debuts where they just came out of nowhere. It's like, BAM! You know? Good song. Starts off with like a good single. Juice Juice released like a single for like 4 straight months or something. All of them were really good.
yeah.
And then Kabuki Factory came out with like a AAA side, and all 3 songs were really amazing.
And then they came out with another AAA side, and all but one song was
It was pretty good.
well, yeah,
Their track record's pretty good. I think
yeah,
Kobushi's been pretty good this year.
yeah.
But man, this is not. I'm not vibing with this.
I think the vocals are good. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like here's a bunch of songs that other groups would do or have done.
leftovers.
Yeah, and they're not they're not really feeling like they're their own group.
No, they just. Some of the members are starting to look like other members of other groups. Like there's one girl that looks like Nonaka Miki to me. There's one girl that looks like Ogata Haruna. There's one girl that looks like Nishino Kana. Nishino Kana?
There
Girl
was one
from
girl
England.
in one of these that kind of reminded me of Ozeki Mai, like,
Yeah.
but
And the center girl looks like Kojima Mako and Ito Momoka combined.
I don't know who Ito Momoka is. So,
From Fairies, you know, Ito Momoka and
uh,
Friends.
I have
Yeah, I don't know what else to say really about the PV or the song. I'm just not
it's
digging. I'm not digging the feel. Like I like the instrumentals, but I don't hear a hook. I don't come away with a chorus or verse. Just humming. No, nothing. None of that.
yeah.
Just uninteresting, except for the instrumental.
Apparently, Tsubaki added 3 members.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know. It's like the first time I'm seeing them because you know they did a DVD single, and then this is the first time they put it online. So
Yeah, and
hey, great idea. That's a great idea.
there's only been 6 members in there as far as I've seen.
So there were 3 members before.
No, I'm pretty sure there were more than that. But maybe there's 9 now.
Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's maybe what Pizza Ghost is saying. But yeah. Oh
Yeah, I
God.
mean, this is. I mean, if you've seen Anger Me PVs, you've seen this PV. It's a
Yeah.
dance
Yeah.
version with them solo shots in a hallway.
Yeah.
There's nothing to this PV. Except for some, like, weird lighting and filtering going on.
Yeah. And it's not. It's not horribly shot or like
No.
badly done. Just not interesting. They did some stuff with the lasers and the lights, but it's hardly a noticeable difference. Just the
Yeah.
thing that happens in the background, very little, not very obvious.
Yeah, there's not even the, like, Anger Me issues where they're shining the light in the camera.
No, like it's like pointed at the ceiling, so it's hardly noticeable.
Well, I guess there is a couple in the, like, grab shots where the floodlight behind them.
You know, they should have pointed at the members. You know, not at the camera, of course, but like at the members
Yeah.
would have been fine. I don't know.
Yeah. No, actually, I agree with you on this one. There's just not a whole lot to catch you with this one.
I feel like I've said that about all 3 things that we've talked about by them. That's why I'm not impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, that's so disappointing. I was so excited too. Because, you know, Kobushi debuted last year. I was like, yeah, Kobushi's fucking good. This is good shit. And then I'm like, oh, another fucking factory group. Come on, really? That's a whole nother discussion I could have about the
Yeah.
fucking naming scheme. Having
Well,
two groups with factory in the name. Like that fucking mind-boggling. It makes no fucking sense to me.
yeah.
That's just like screaming to have people compare them to Kabushi Factory. Like
Well, and
I
they
know that they're different, but people who don't know and aren't educated about this are gonna be like, oh, it's just like Kabushi's sister group, whatever. And they're just gonna
well,
compare them forever.
yeah, and they just don't have their own personality. That's
Well,
the biggest problem.
they are newly established, so they gotta, work
Yeah.
their way up and
But the thing is, they were announced like almost the exact same time as Kobushi Factory.
Kabushi. Right, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was like a month after or something.
Yeah, so you got to give them something besides other groups
Yeah,
throw
maybe
offs.
give them an original name.
Yeah,
You know, it's fucking flower. Tsubaki's a flower, Kobushi's a flower, and they both end with factory in the name. Like, really? Fucking really?
yeah, and I saw one that translated the name as like Sweet Factory.
Oh god. It's Captain. Oh god. Fucking Captain. You're fucking fired. We need to start a hashtag fire Captain. Hashtag.
But it's Captain.
Well, she sucks. Naming scheme sucks, man. Like I have no issues against Shimizu, okay? I liked her fine in Barry's Kobo. But fuck, this is a terrible decision.
She's
I think it's a terrible decision. All right. Anything
yeah.
else?
No, I think we
Go
ranted
ahead.
about this one enough. Again, I'm gonna give this BB like a 50. It's just not interesting. The dance is not interesting at all. Uh, I've seen a dozen of these BBs by now. The song, I'm gonna give a 65. I can't find anything to praise this song about.
Yeah. I'm not as I think the PV's better. Uh, uh PV's okay. 70 for the PV. Song 60. It's really subpar and not grabby at all. That's Tsubaki Factory. Keidakaku Saki Hokode. Next up, Tsubaki Factory. God damn it. Oh, there's so much Tsubaki Factory tonight.
90% of the show.
Yep. Seishu Manaka. It's a live version.
This song, I want to know where I've heard it before.
Uh, Morning Musume.
Is it a cover of Morning Musume?
No, I don't
Or
think so.
did Morning Musume perform this song somewhere?
No, there's a part in the song where they go da, 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 and that comes directly from a Morning Musume song, and I don't remember which one it is.
There's like instrumentals in this song that are like, hey, this is a that other song, and I couldn't tell you exactly which one, but
Well,
some of the lyrics
to be fair,
remind.
Sinku didn't write this, so
Yeah, I know. I looked.
yeah.
I looked because of it. But there's lyrics in it that I swear I've heard before somewhere. So it's like, uh, I actually looked. I actually searched this up on YouTube to see if it was a cover.
And it's not.
Not that I could find.
Right. There's
So
this line at the beginning of the chorus where they just go da da da, and I could have sworn that's a Morning Musume song. I can't for the life of me remember which Morning Musume song that is.
I
Fuck.
don't know
That's gonna drive me insane.
because there's like a whole bunch in this song that reminds me of other songs, which brings us back to the problem with it with the group. They're not. There's no original personality to them
Right.
or their own personality.
You have a point there. I was trying to like figure out what I was missing from this group that might be the reason I'm having trouble like getting into Kobushi. Like when Juice Juice came out,
You mean
they felt
Tsubaki?
no. I'm talking about Juice Juice. I'm talking about the first
No,
like two previous.
you said getting into Kabushi.
Okay,
You,
I'm
you mean
okay.
Tsubaki?
Or I don't know. Maybe I was talking about Kobushi as well. But I'm thinking of Juice Juice, right? Like the last two groups that had debuted, new groups that debuted Juice Juice. When Juice Juice came out, I was like, okay, they have this like teenage angst attitude thing going on. I really like that.
And
When
they had
Kobushi came out, they had Tsunku's old songs or one of Tsunku's old songs,
yeah.
and they had this goofiness to them, and they still do. Not sure what it is here that I'm supposed to grab onto with Tsubaki.
It kind of feels like it feels retro almost with them.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, it
almost like
feels
they're throwbacks
it feels like a Tsunku
to
song he wrote like 5, 6 years
10
ago.
years ago.
Yeah, maybe even longer.
Because that's what it feels like. It feels like early 2004, 2005.
Yeah. God,
Like right
I,
after the Platinum Age.
I'm just that one line is just gonna drive me crazy. I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night. I'm gonna have to figure out what Morning Miss May song has that part.
God, the Donna Watashi ni whatever it is line just screams another song to me.
Yeah. Ugh.
And the instrumentals, this sounds like they're doing a live concert and covering another song from a different group.
Yeah. Do you think we're getting to the point where they've spread themselves thin and they're suffering from the AKS issue of can you musically tell the difference between AKB, SKE, NMB, HKT? That is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Maybe
Okay,
that's what they're going through.
I'm looking up this song because it's driving me absolutely bonkers.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look up the Morning Musume song that I'm trying to think of.
Yuko Kaisen. Oh, she's looks like she's a cover artist, not okay.
Someone covered this.
Yeah, probably some random YouTuber, or Nico Doga, somebody.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. The video, the PV, it's live footage. Not much to say. It's at a concert. You see, members from other groups in the background from time to time. You see like Oda Sakura in the background singing the song and shit. And you hear the crowd chanting from time to time. That's
Yeah,
it. That's the PV.
yeah, it's a straight rip from the freaking whichever concert DVD this was at.
I mean, except for the audio, right? Because the audio is studio recording for the members. That ain't sang live.
Yeah,
It's a CD recording with crowd noises in the background.
yeah, pretty much. Oh, hey.
But yeah, the song's not interesting. Unfortunately,
Well,
it
I
just
wouldn't say the song's not interesting. It's just got a lot of factors to it that make me think of older songs, of other songs, or
yeah,
remind me
but
of other
like not
songs.
necessarily good though, because I don't hear a hook. I just notice a part that sounds like a Morning Musume song. That's all it is. I don't
Yeah,
think it's particularly good.
that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I like this one better than the rest.
Mm, yeah, I can't say that. Anything
Uh,
else?
no,
Go ahead and rate it.
I think I'd give this song a 76. I do like this song a lot more. The video, whatever. It's a freaking concert rip.
Yeah.
A 50. I don't care. If I was watching the concert, great. But as an actual PV, no.
Yeah. That's what the problem is. Yeah, like it's nicely shot, nicely edited, so I'll give it a 60. It's just like really uninteresting because it is live footage. If I was watching a concert and hearing the crowd louder and the members actually singing it, then I'd be a little more intrigued. But yeah, not like this. Song 62, not not my style. No thanks. That's Tsubaki Factory Seishun Mamanaka in the middle of the youth. We're done with Tsubaki Factory.
Yes.
We are done with the Tsubaki Factory marathon. Now we can get into
Stardust.
Batten Shoujo Tai Yoka Yoka Dance.
What is Yoka?
I don't know. And it's a special version. So in the middle of the PV, it turns into
Making of
behind the
footage.
scenes, yeah, footage. So it's kind of stupid. But let's just judge the PV on everything but that, because
Okay.
that's how I'll be looking at it. Because I could just cut it out if I wanted to. So
It's got about
members,
1,000 times more energy than anything else we've watched tonight.
thankfully, oh,
And I
like
mean, yeah.
like there's the stark differences of being outside and having sunlight and stuff is
Yeah.
huge. Like watching PVs all take place in a studio with a set is just super not hype.
Yeah.
And now I'm seeing these members in front of like shopping districts, temple, a ramen stand.
In a
It's
ramen
fun.
stand.
In a ramen stand. It's fun. It's nicely shot. I see daylight. I like the energy of the song. It's goofy. It's your typical Stardust goofiness that we all come to enjoy. Not
Yep.
quite, it's not quite Shachihoko or Rainbow goofiness, but it's more like the more like Kobushi Factory goofiness, where it's a little more clean fun, not too crazy.
Yeah, it's not. It's not too far outside the box.
Yeah, it's still
Um.
like I can totally see this group being a Stardust group, right? But then
Oh
I can
yeah.
also totally see them not be a Stardust group. So it's kind of like right in the middle. Because the PV itself is fairly decently grounded still, Like the PV takes place, in front of a ramen stand, inside a ramen stand, and in a school, and random locations in wherever they're filming.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what the point of them like making ramen is, and them being in the school is. I don't know what the concept or
I,
the theme is.
I have no idea.
It's
I don't understand the smoke
yeah, 420 blaze
either.
it. Yep, they're getting really high.
I guess.
Purple
Uh,
haze.
that's like Ebisu levels of weird.
Yeah, yeah. That's probably the weirdest
But
thing.
beyond that, the PV is actually just good fun.
Yeah, it's really nicely shot. The members are wearing like these colorful, like modified marching band outfits. Sorry, I'm skipping through the PV. They're not so much marching band. It's just your typical like idol top and skirt situation. But I really like the design of it. It's like the first thing I've noticed visually. It's got like goofy colors. It's like yellow, blue, red, and navy blue mixed in. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know, like every member has like a different collar, and I've noticed that, and it's super refreshing to see like more intricate designs like per member, and not done in a gaudy way where you're putting like clown hats on them.
Yeah.
That's where I draw the line.
And
Clown hats.
they've kind of got that Joker or clown jester type collar on some of them though, which is a little meh. But
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's the pink one that kind of doesn't do it for me.
What I've enjoyed is also each member looks different, so I can tell them apart. So I appreciate them for doing that. I mean, the group only has 6 members, so that's another thing. But I really do appreciate that when when a group can make each member look a little different.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate that. And they're not. They might be color coordinated. I'm not sure if they are as a group, but like they don't like their colors aren't member colors aren't obvious. They're not
Yeah.
plastered in yellow or red or blue.
Yeah, I don't know
So
if um they're color coded or not because if you look at the collars, they've got slightly different colors, but they're not like drastically different colors.
right. Yeah, so
So
that's why I can't tell if it's a color coordinated group. And even if they are, it's like you can sort of tell, but even if they aren't, like it's totally fine because I can tell each member apart. So that's really nice.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
like good cutesy fun here.
I have no idea what yokai is, but they say it a lot.
I think Yoka is like good. It's like regional
Okay.
dialect for good. I don't know where exactly. I think it might be Osaka, but I don't think Batten Shoujo is from Osaka or anything, right?
Not as far as I know.
Because
Maybe
Takoyaki Rainbow has that on, lockdown. So
Takoyaki Rainbow's from Osaka?
yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was Okinawa. Or
no,
no,
no, it's
no.
takoyaki, dude.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Osaka.
Yeah. I don't, maybe they're from Okinawa. I don't know,
Batten Shoujo? No, I don't think so.
but I don't think so. I think they're Tokyo based.
Probably.
Um, yeah, I enjoyed this song. It was, it's what I come to expect from Stardust.
Yeah, it's not the greatest song, but I appreciate the energy.
No, I mean, apparently their wristbands are their member colors,
Okay, well, I like that they don't like throw it in your face.
which that's fine.
Yeah, that's now I can watch the PV and go, oh, that's yellow, that's blue. That makes sense. I
Yeah,
mean, like, yeah, when they were doing the 420 Blaze It thing in the bridge, like when they were like dancing in smoke, colored
yeah,
smoke, I figured that was their member colors, but I wasn't sure.
yeah,
But yeah, like I like how they're not just like all red, or all green.
yeah,
It's just little touches in the outfits. I think that's probably the best way to tell each member apart. Where Momoclo is just fucking like everyone is
yeah,
dressed head to toe from their color.
yeah.
This is nice. I like that.
But yeah, this is what I've come to expect from Stardust. Good,
Yeah.
clean, fun, with a bit of insanity mixed in there.
Yeah. This is this is cutesier than Stardust most things that I've seen from like, Momoclo or Shachihoko or Takoyaki, Ebisu. So
Well, I don't
it feels
know.
refreshing to me.
Nani Wato Haniwa was pretty cutesy.
Yeah, but I think that song was a little more goofier than cutesy
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll give you
because it
that.
was just so surreal and like an acid trip. This is more grounded and just like, hey kids, you want to dance with the girls? Yay! Hey, yay! Kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just youthful energy.
I do kind of wonder where they shot at. Because I don't
Where?
know. Yeah, where they shot what city
Mm. Yeah, I'm
their
not sure.
all the shots are from. Because that one shot with the bridge kind of looks like Osaka, but
Yeah, it could be.
it's hard to say.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I'm gonna give this song a 78, and I'll cut it some slack for the making up part, and I'll give the PV a 75. If
I'm not even counting the making of part. I just skip it.
the making of part is really kind
Yeah,
of kills the flow in this.
yeah. But you can just skip it. I just skip it when it gets to that part.
Yeah, but then you miss the guitar solo.
Who cares?
It's
It's
a
not like the
good
members are.
guitar solo.
It's good, but like it's not like the members are playing it.
Oh, apparently they're Fukuoka based.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
So maybe Yoka is more of a Fukuoka dialect. I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, you go from, Momoclo based in Tokyo, Ebisu based in Tokyo, to Nagoya, Shachihoko, Osaka, Takoyaki. Fukuoka is probably the next thing, so makes sense.
yeah,
All right. Did you give your score
yeah.
for both?
Um, the PV was no, I didn't give one for the PV. The PV I would give a I think I'd give that a 75. I
Okay.
enjoyed it.
I think I'm a little higher on the PB. I think it's got really good replay value. I think it's shot really well. They're not using weird filters. I think the locations are interesting, and yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly. I like everything going on visually. I'll give it an 82. The song is about above average, but not super super above average. I would give it a 77. I think I'm right there with you on it. So yeah, it's pretty good. The songs pretty good. The PV is pretty damn good. I guess that's how I'll make that distinction. That was Batten Shoujo Tai Yoko Yoko Dance. And last but not least, a little bit more stardust in your life, Shiritsu Ebisu Chuugaku's Masugu.
Now this one's just freaking weird.
It's a fucking ballad.
It is, but the PV is just. I was lost
I
watching the PV.
I couldn't tell if they were doing sign language or just doing random motions. I'm pretty sure that's just random motions.
It's like random poses.
Yeah, it's all arm movements too. It's just like twisting their wrist and like holding it up and shit.
Yeah.
I don't it's yeah, I don't understand. It's mind-boggling, puzzling. And they all have this like dead fish
Yeah.
eye stare going on.
The deadpan look.
They just look like robots. It's really surreal.
Yeah.
And it cuts to the members like singing in an auditorium for some
Yeah.
reason. I
In
don't
all
know.
white,
Yep.
which is pretty
Yeah, I mean, it's
boring.
it's nicely shot, but yeah, it's just like okay, random. Thanks. That's how I look at it. So there's this really big disconnect between those two. So I really can't connect the dots because the song's about like Masugu, which is straight. So I'm assuming the song is like about, you know, moving straight forward, getting past your obstacles and moving forward and stuff like that. Uh, it is one of those power ballad songs, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm assuming it implies. But the PV does nothing to really, I don't know, make sense with the song. I guess
I'd agree with that.
I really like their look. It looks like what the fashion trends in Japan were for like the 70s and 80s or something. That's what I'm assuming. And
Maybe.
they're all wearing heels. It's really colorful. Like they're all wearing like a color theme, and it's just like eye-catching. It's like really bright. The outfits are really bright colors, and it's like really nicely coordinated. And that's one of the first things I noticed about the PV, aside from the random arm movements and them looking straight, like straightforward and not blinking an eye.
Yeah, I don't know if this is sign language or what. I
I
don't
don't
know
I
sign
don't think
language.
I don't think so because sign language is mostly with the fingers. There's like
Well,
no fingers really.
some of it. Some of the words are movements,
Right, right.
but I don't know. There's some aspects of it that look like they could be sign language,
Yeah, like
but
sometimes. Yeah.
don't know. Like I said, I don't know sign language, and I definitely don't know Japanese sign language. If
Yeah.
it's different from American sign language,
Uh, maybe.
so I can't say if it's random or not, but it's weird if you don't know either way.
Yeah, I'm inferring that this is not sign language, or most of it is not.
Yeah,
It's just super random to me. And then for some reason, when the members are in their all white dresses, they can sing and they can act like humans.
yeah.
It's really weird. I don't know what the connection is,
And it
what
looks
message.
like Ayaka cut her hair even shorter.
Yeah, she looked completely different to me for some reason. I think she lost some weight too on her face.
That's possible.
That's what it looked like. Because when it's like farther away, I couldn't tell who she was. I'm like, okay, where is okay? Ayaka always has short hair, but like in the outside shots, maybe it was the lighting. But I was like, holy shit, did she lose weight or something? And then I noticed that she definitely did cut her hair
Yeah.
even shorter.
I thought for a minute they all had straight hair, but no, one of them's got a braid, which just ruins it. I thought they were gonna try for that whole, the song title is straight, so everything is straight in this.
I think that's a
But
little too on the
no,
nose.
no, one of them's got a braid.
I think you're stretching for that. The cool thing I notice is like in the auditorium shots when a member is like singing a solo line, the member next to them will look at them in this like very like, oh, you're doing such a great job kind of face, and I thought I found that to be very charming, and it really made an impression. And yeah, the PV ends with no actual real conclusion. It's just more of them doing their thing, but it cuts to them in the auditorium, but now dressed in the outfits where they were robotic and not, putting on a face or singing. Now they're singing this song a cappella. I'm assuming, live. It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds like it's live,
Yeah,
just from the way it's a little hollower than the rest of the song.
right. And it sounds pretty good. It sounds like the members are harmonizing and stuff, so that's a little neat
Yeah,
ending to it. But yeah, that's how it ends.
yeah, I enjoyed that at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the song is just a straightforward power ballad. So it's not super interesting. I think Ebisu did Superhero last year, which in my opinion had way more punch. This song is a little too subtle for me to really get into. I really love Superhero from last year. So I
Yeah,
can't say this is along the same lines or even close to its catchiness or power.
I'm not sure superhero hero was as much of a ballad as this one is.
I think it was. It was I think Superhero is actually slower, so I would suggest Superhero is more of a ballad than this one.
Hmm. Maybe I haven't listened to it in a while, so I'd have to go back
Oh,
and listen
dude,
to
I
it.
love Superhero. It's an incredible song. It's one of my favorites from last year. I think it was like my number three last year or something. It's really
Uh,
good.
I noticed Aya is not putting on her voice in this one.
No, but she did she went deep though. She didn't do the high
Yeah,
pitched one, but she went
yeah.
deep for the last line of the song.
She
Yeah,
does that
good
a lot.
vocal work. Yeah, but she's definitely doing less of the baby voice though, for
Yeah,
sure.
at least when singing.
Yeah, for sure. Which is cool, But that was her signature singing voice.
Oh,
The song is okay.
I can still pull I out of the background.
Oh yeah, I mean for sure. I mean she has easily one of the most distinct voices in idol music, so
Yeah.
the song's okay. I think slightly above average. It's got a decent hook. I just wish the instrumentals were a little more punchier. It's just too subtle for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good song. But I like the vocals power more than the instrumentals.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, when they're singing all big voiced and everything, I really enjoy it. But the
Even
instrumentals are just kind of background noise to it.
even like the worst singer, like I think objectively the worst singer in the group is Nakayama Riko. I think someone like Day, who is a Nakayama Riko Oshi, would admit that. And even her, like she is getting better. It's she's still straining a little bit, but she's getting better.
She's one of the new ones, isn't she?
Yeah, she's the one with the
Yeah.
braids.
Yeah, she was the one that stood out as like, I really don't want to listen to her, but
Yeah, she's always had that really grinding like voice, but I think it's less noticeable here, and I think she's getting better.
even Kaho, I didn't mind in this one,
Yeah, Kaho's
and
okay.
I have been very much against her singing
Yeah,
voice.
she's not a great singer either. Yeah, the
So
two newbies, or the two more recent additions, are not the greatest singers. But when you have like a group with Maya Marika and Hirota Aika and Kashiwagi Hinata, it's kind of hard to compete.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, great thing about Ebichu, everyone gets their own lines, and you can tell who's who.
yep. That you can.
Equal opportunity. Anything else?
No.
Give it a
Ugh.
score.
I think I'm gonna give the PV a 65. It's not that interesting to watch it. Um, the song I'll give a 77. If the instrumentals had a little more pack to them, I think I would rate it higher.
Yeah, I agree with you. Gonna give the PV a 78. Shot really well. I think the concepts are interesting, but I just wish it made a little more sense and maybe a little more intrigue, But yeah, it's just they went for something a little more subtle and, not too crazy. Song 75, it's maybe slightly above average going on, C-ish. It's catchy, but not all that much energy, which is probably what I look for in idol music. The most important thing I do look for. So yeah, that's Shiritsu Chuugaku's Matsugu. All
That
right.
I line, the damn.
Yeah, she belts it, man. She belts it out. That's it for the show. That's all the PVs we're going to talk about. A lot of Tsubaki Factory. I do apologize for that, but yeah,
Yeah.
we just need to get rid of all of the Tsubaki stuff in one show.
Sometimes that happens.
It happens
And
where it all stacks up.
honestly, there's really not that much that came out this month.
Yeah, so it is what it is. Yeah. So before we end the show, we're gonna pick our MVPV of the night, the most valuable promotion video of the night. We awarded to the best overall package as a PV and including video visuals and the song itself. So I I am not going to nominate anything from Tsubaki Factory.
Same.
Okay. So the two that I am obviously
Stardust.
it's Stardust. I mean, it sucks because in this fandom you're gonna have your biases like that. I'm into Stardust. Draco's heavily into Stardust. So, I mean, not that I'm not into Hello Project, but Tsubaki Factory just doesn't do it for me. At least this release. Like if we're talking
No.
about Kobushi Factory, it'd probably be a close finish here. But yeah.
Yeah, if it was like Kabushi Factory's first or even
Oh,
second single,
oh, dude.
yeah,
Osu. Oh my god, I love that song. MPV.
yeah, yeah, that would be tough.
Yeah. Well, I would probably put Osu something like Osu above these two that we're gonna deliberate over. So we have Batten Shoujo Tai's Yoko Yoko Dance and Shiritsu's Chuugaku's Masugu. I am going to say I enjoyed Batten Shoujo Tai's Yoko Yoko Dance a little more than Ebisu's Masugu.
Yeah.
Okay, you agree?
Yep.
All right,
That.
so that was easy. We are a unanimous vote here this week. The MVP of the week goes to Batten Shoujo Tai. If you're a part of Batten Shoujo Tai Management, Stardust, Victor Entertainment, or whatever the fuck label they're on, I think they're on Victor. Let's see. Yeah, Victor. If you're a part of that, just hit us up and we'll send you guys a nice little package, nice little plaque award for winning MVP of the week for
And get rid of the freaking region locking.
August 27th. Yes, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Hello
Please.
Project, for never having your videos region blocked. We love you for that. Other groups, not so much. And also, don't do short versions, because that's very easy way for us to not talk about your PV. So don't do short versions either. And release the PVs in full length before the stuff comes out. Thank you very much. That's your PSA from NSK tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Later.